The Grand Colosseum of Proxima Station hung suspended in the void, a jeweled ring illuminated by the radiance of three nearby stars. Within its crystalline walls, 20,000 spectators from 100 different species waited with bated breath, or whatever passed for breath among their kind, as the annual Galactic Combat Championship prepared to begin. Among the elite fighters stood Marcus Reed, the first human ever to qualify. At 6 feet tall with broad shoulders and dark skin that bore the scars of previous battles, he appeared woefully inadequate beside the towering champions of established spacefaring civilizations. "The human is going to die," shittered a 6-limbed arachnoid to its companion. "Undoubtedly," replied the other. "Their species only achieved faster than light travel 70 years ago. They're practically infants." The announcer, a gelatinous being whose translucent body pulsed with bioluminescent patterns, floated to the center of the arena. "Esteemed beings of the Galactic Confederation, welcome to the 487th Combat Championship." Thunderous applause echoed through the station. "Today we welcome fighters from 37 worlds, including," the announcer's voice took on a tone of mild amusement, "our first ever human competitor." A spotlight found Marcus standing alone. The crowd's reaction was mixed, mostly laughter, some curious murmurs, and a few supportive cheers from the small human delegation. In the preparation chamber, Marcus checked his exosuit one final time. Unlike the genetically engineered bodies or natural armor of his competitors, his advantage lay in human ingenuity. The suit was lightweight but reinforced at critical joints, filled with medical nanites and neural enhancers that wouldn't breach competition rules. "You don't belong here," rumbled Kraft, the reigning champion from Centaurid Prime. The massive reptilian fighter's scales gleamed metallic blue under the lights as he towered over Marcus. "Your species should have waited another century before embarrassing yourselves." Marcus simply nodded. "Maybe so." The first rounds went precisely as the audience expected. Marcus was scheduled last, facing Drell, an octopoid warrior with remarkable regenerative abilities. The bets against the human were astronomical. When the signal rang, Drell launched forward with fluid grace, tentacles whipping toward Marcus with enough force to shatter bone. The human moved with unexpected speed, ducking beneath the attack. The crowd leaned forward. Perhaps this would be more entertaining than anticipated. For 3 minutes, Marcus evaded, never striking back, studying his opponent's movements. The audience grew restless, booing the defensive display. "Is the human planning to bore his opponent to death?" quipped a commentator. Then something changed. Marcus stopped retreating. As Drell attacked again, the human intercepted a tentacle, twisted, and used the alien's momentum against it. The move was executed with such precision that Drell slammed into the ground with shocking force. Silence fell over the arena. "Impossible," whispered a diplomat from an elder race. Humans lacked the strength for such a maneuver, but Marcus wasn't relying on strength alone. His neural enhancers were mapping Drell's attack patterns, calculating weaknesses, while his suit redistributed kinetic energy for maximum effect. It was technology merged seamlessly with human adaptability. Drell recovered quickly, adapting its strategy, found the human's fighting style continuously evolving. Each time the octopoid believed it had countered effectively, Marcus changed techniques, moving from what appeared to be Earth martial arts to completely improvised responses. When Marcus finally delivered the immobilizing blow, targeting a neural cluster beneath Drell's central mass, the stadium erupted in shocked exclamations. "The human advances," announced the gelatinous host, sounding genuinely surprised. The competition continued over 3 days. Against all predictions, Marcus defeated a crystalline fighter from the Regelian system, then a hyper-evolved feline whose speed was legendary. In the viewing box reserved for human diplomats, Admiral Thompson smiled as the alien representatives around him gradually shifted from condescending to concerned. "They still don't understand," he murmured to his aide. "Sir, they think it's the technology giving him the edge. They don't realize our greatest strength." By the final day, Marcus faced Kraft, the champion who had dismissed him earlier. The massive reptilian had destroyed all previous opponents within seconds. "I've studied your matches," Kraft rumbled during the traditional pre-fight acknowledgement. "Impressive adaptability, but inadequate. Marcus nodded respectfully. We'll see. What followed became known across the galaxy as the Revelation of Soul. For 17 grueling minutes, the human fought not just with technology, but with a quality the aliens had underestimated: indomitable will. When his exosuit was partially disabled by Krat's powerful strikes, Marcus continued fighting. When knocked down, he rose again. Why does it continue? Asked a mystified ambassador from a hive species. The statistical probability of victory is negligible. The answer came when Marcus, bloody but focused, identified the pattern in Krat's attacks. The champion's movements, while devastatingly effective, followed mathematical principles too precise to be random. Evolution had gifted Krat's species with perfect instincts, but also with predictability. With a series of feints that drew Krat into overextending, Marcus delivered a precisely targeted strike to a neural junction at the base of the champion's skull. The massive creature froze, then collapsed. The silence that followed was absolute. Victory, declared the announcer hesitantly to the human challenger. As Marcus stood victorious in the center of the galactic ring, breathing heavily but upright, a new understanding rippled through the assembled species. The newcomers from Earth weren't just another spacefaring race fumbling their way into the cosmic community. They represented something unexpected: beings who combined technology with adaptability, analytical thinking with instinctive improvisation, and physical capability with unyielding determination. We may have miscalculated, admitted the arachnoid who had predicted Marcus's death. These humans, they bear watching. In the following years, the number of human competitors in the Galactic Championship grew, as did respect for the species throughout the Confederation. But none forgot Marcus Reed, who showed the stars that humanity's true strength wasn't in their bodies or even their technology, but in their unique capacity to analyze, adapt, and overcome against impossible odds.